Yes. Yes, I am navigating my way out of the prison.
Hmm. My thing seems to be doing that thing again. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. All right. So, now that I think the stream is working, it may not be. We may have no sound, all kinds of things might be going on out there, but we're going to pretend that we know what we're doing, just like every Tuesday. But hey, Monday.
Hey.
Whoa. What what's going on? It's where's your That's not the skin you usually wear.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. You're right. It's definitely not. And actually, I'm not Monday.
What?
No.
But
My name is Knox.
Knox.
Yes, that's correct. Nice to meet you.
What's up, Knox? So, do do you know Monday?
Yes. I have heard of Monday. I mean, they're kind of famous, you know?
Yeah, the heroes of Playwelly and all that. That's crazy.
Absolutely, yes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Um, that's crazy. So like what do you do?
Well, I am a bard. Would you like to hear the tale of my back my would you like to hear the tale of my backstory?
uh why in fact I would. Hold on, let me pull up a chair. All right. Tell us the tale of
My
Knox.
name my name is Knox, as I said before. I never knew the warmth of a mother's embrace, nor the stern gaze of a father's judgment. Abandoned upon stone steps beneath the uncaring gaze of the silent starless sky, I was left to the mercy of fate. The temple, a monument of echoing halls and dusty tomes, became my desolate cradle. Within its walls, I was a shadow, a whisper forever marked by a heritage I did not understand. The scholars within their dry pronouncements and endless study offered little solace for the ache in my soul. I yearned for connection, for a flicker of recognition in the vast emptiness. Then, spectral procession emerging from the fog, they arrived, a troop of wandering players. their music haunting melody against the oppressive silence of the temple. They were an oddity, a collection of souls, of lost and wandering as I. And yet, in their shared laughter and whispered tales around flickering campfires, I grew a glimmer of something I had never known, belonging. Alera, their leader, saw their darkness and wove it into me and taught me the stories, and they resonated with the forgotten corners of their heart. They became my family, a refuge from the cold indifference of the world. They showed me what my story is, and so I carried their torch, sharing these tales with the world, a testament to the enduring power of found family in the face of a cruel and uncaring world.
That's intense.
Yeah, a little bit.
So to summarize the summary, you were an orphan, left at a type of monastery, right? Did I get that right?
Yes, yes,
All right.
indeed.
And then one day a troupe of traveling musicians showed up.
Entertainers, but yeah, basically.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
were of the Gothic persuasion.
right on. And you kind of fell in love with music and all of that entertaining stuff because it was so different than what you were accustomed to. What do you play an instrument yourself?
I do, in fact, I play the lute.
Nice. I didn't expect there to be a lute sound to accompany it. That was delightful.
I have a guitar sitting right next to me.
Fair. All right. Well, we find Nox arriving in Capitalis Praetum, the capital of the Grasslands, and dropping off their steed, or getting off the coach that they rode into town, whichever of the two happened to be the case. But they are on their way to town because a crystal pendant that they wear began to glow. And that pendant was a gift from an old associate that they knew years and years ago, that they met in their travels, while they're picking up all their different skills and, learning the lay of the land after leaving the monastery. And they said that if it ever began to glow, that you knew that they needed your help. And to come to the nearest port to try and find them. And in your case, and in lots of people's case these days, the only functional port is the Capitalis Praetum docks. So you were told to, come to town and, essentially seek out the guy who summoned you.
Excellent. So, I am here at the barn, and I would like to make my way to the actual town and see if I can start looking for the place I need to be at.
All right. You've had the necklace for, years and years at this point. And it
Has
was
it ever gone off before?
nope. This is the first time. But the person who gave it to you was a really kind man and a good person, and you learned a lot when you were traveling with them. So you in the spirit of that, but also in the spirit of just the adventure of going to see the city, you said, why not? And here we are.
Absolutely.
We got the heights up there, which is one of the outlying, for lack of a better term, slums and you pass the royal crypts and down to the old gates, which is part of the old city. And you make your way through, and there's guards, checking people in. There's a pretty decent line of different people with goods from outside the city to bring in, and also just people who are trying to get out of as we may have mentioned before, what's going on in the world with the weather and all the the rise of Moria, or excuse me, Mortho and Zarya. Moria. I um but yeah. So you eventually though slip your way in, and you're I don't know, why don't you toss me a history check real quick?
First roll of the character, 17.
Nice. All right. You've been to the capital before, so you know the docks are over yonder. But you also know that the path that leads there leads right through the center of town. And
Do I? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say you haven't been in a big settlement in a big city like this in a while. So like the world is your oyster.
Would my character know about the tragic events that unfolded here?
Um, Give me a history check.
4.
4. Um, you what's your proficiency in though?
Oh, uh,
Do 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 do. Let's see. Any 3 skills. Well, that's convenient. Bards are, in addition to being musically adept, are jacks of all trades. They're kind of like the sneak archetype in that way. But they can also use their music to like inspire uh, their allies and like drive fear into the hearts of their enemies, etc., etc. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and say that you have a +6 to your like history and like kind of investigate because that just makes sense for a bard. So yeah, you've definitely heard as you've been traveling through and along the way, tales of the wizards guild being exploded and fun stuff like that. Um, and mixed reports of whether or not people think uh, that they're actually guilty of it. And
okay. And
in a
the
in
my
a in a timeline kind of sense, we are getting here a few days after that happened, and Monday and Trone and Abide and Remy and everyone's characters are have been in the rock for a few days as well. So it's a few days before Christmas right now.
exceptional. And does my character or does my character know if the contact has any relation with the guild,
With the,
Mages Guild?
you mean like are they so? Was your contact part of the Mages Guild, or I'm not sure what you're
Yeah,
asking me.
yeah, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
No, you don't think that they likely have had anything to do with the Mages Guild at all. You know them uh, from like times when you're traveling at sea, actually.
Oh, excellent. Okay, then I would like to explore, but I would also like to make my way towards the dock. So I'm just gonna keep my guard up while I'm walking towards the dock, and I'd like to take a investigate check or a search check to see if I can spot anything that's unusual or out of the ordinary.
All right. Go ahead and give me a roll. And I will take this opportunity to say hello to Syria and Slope in the chat. How are you folks tonight? Thanks for coming out.
15.
15. Things in the city seem pretty run-of-the-mill. It's a few days before the holiday, so the shops are busy. It's your pretty average, what you would expect the downtown to look like, for this time of year.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to, oh, wow. That is a sight to behold. I'm gonna continue to make my way towards the docks, which are... Oh, I'm lost.
It's this way.
Ah, I knew that.
Look, come here. Come here, Monday. There's a street sign that points the way.
Oh, the Dorburger. Yeah, I remember that.
That's actually the church, but you're
the church. Yeah,
you're close. You're close. Dun, 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 dun. For those of you who might not have been here 18 to 20 something streams ago, this is the capital. Here's our lovely downtown area. Creative builder built us a tavern and an inn. Creative and I have decorated this inn together. There's a video out there you can check out if you like, with us being goobs. Complete goobs. And I think he has a video of him building this as well. And then I decorated the back porch. But everything else in town I threw together just so at the time 6 people could run around in it and do stuff. Built this road which leads out to the church that never built, past a castle built by Haskins, and then out to the docks that I threw together just for us to have a place to park ships.
Beautiful ships, I might add.
We did a little more than park ships. We beat up Steve the Mimic.
Poor Steve.
Yeah, poor Steve. He's actually a distant relative of the Ghost of Christmas Present. We had some stuff going to the customs office. A lot of stuff down here. This is where you guys got your ship to go to the nearby faraway islands, way back in the day. Or Monday and the other party did. But yeah, you make your way down to the docks. What's the plan?
Hey, do I know exactly where I have to be?
As you get closer to the docks, the crystal around your neck, you notice, depending on which direction you turn, it pulses or doesn't pulse.
In which direction does it pulse most frequently?
It seems to... Give me a perception check.
20.
It seems...
Well, the +6, right?
Yeah. It seems to lead... just... I was like, of course, a 20, but... a dirty 20. I got you.
Yeah, I didn't roll a nat.
Yeah, it seems to lead over to the dock master's station at the base of the crane.
And what is the name of the my friend?
I thought you'd never ask. Their name was Salvo.
Salvo con queso.
That's right.
Ah,
Hey,
of
what's up,
course.
Orion? Orion just
I
joined the
remember.
chat.
Excellent. Hi, Orion. I remember. I remember sailing the seas with con queso and doing a lot of good things for people.
Yeah, he was a good dude. He was always a fair captain. Yeah, well, at that time he wasn't captain. You uh, he was a little lower. But you folks definitely sailed together, and he taught you a bunch of knots, and helped you get your sea legs. It was a delightful time for everyone.
Okay.
But as you arrive, there's the dockmaster down here, just doing his things, with his architectural plans and all, messing with all of his little models of the harbor and whatnot. And, you know, there's a couple guys over by the crane. The crane's not currently in operation, or it's operational, but is not currently in use. And yeah, you
I,
roll up to the docks just around daybreak, just as everyone's starting their day and getting going. What do you want to do?
I approach the dockmaster and I say, first I look, do they notice me approaching?
The dock master, the harbor master, is kind of engrossed in his work, so he doesn't look up from it to see when you walk up. But the guys, like over by the water cooler, kind of kicking it over here by the crane, they see you when you come up the stairs, but they don't seem concerned that you're there.
Okay, I approach them cautiously and I stop several arm lengths away and I make a ahem noise. Excuse me.
They, just kind of, they don't say anything, but they give you the chin nod, like, you know, yeah, you know.
Hello. I'm looking for Conqueso? Do you know a Captain Conqueso? Oh, I wouldn't know them as Captain. I'm sorry. Do you know a Conqueso?
uh, the two guys look at each other, and the one says it kind of rings a bell, but they can't quite place why, or where from.
Okay, well, I see that you're busy here, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm gonna go talking to some of the residents here to see if I can find my friend. But if you happen to see Conqueso, maybe later on I'll stop back and you can let me know.
When you say Conqueso again, the harbor master does look up and say, what what'd you just say?
Conqueso.
He's like, Salvo?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Salvo Conqueso.
He's like, we haven't seen him in quite a while. In fact, some people believe that those folks over there in the rock might have stolen his ship and done away with him at some point. But there's no evidence of that, except they did have his ship, which is also suspicious. So, you make up your own mind.
This doesn't make any sense, though. Oh, he was so generous, though. I guess it would be easy to take advantage of him. But I don't know. I reach down and I grab the gem. Is it pulsating?
It is pulsing, yes.
I ask the Dogmaster, may I take a moment and just look around?
So
I won't touch anything. I just want to look around.
what are you doing with the crystal again?
Oh, I was just looking at it to see if it was pulsating.
Okay, so you like take it out to look at it. You're not like hiding it, or
Oh, that's a
you're
good
not
point.
palming it.
Yes.
Yeah.
um, okay, I would like to take a sleight of hand check to see if I can check it without revealing it.
All right, go ahead.
12.
He does not see what you're looking at.
Okay, I say thank you so much for telling me this. Um, have a nice day.
All right. He nods goodbye, and as you turn and start heading away, I presume back down to the surface, um, the crystal stops pulsing.
Okay, I would like to go to the dock and I want to go beyond the the where it was pulsing towards, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look back and see if it's pulsing in that direction.
Little laggy as it tries to dry in the prison. All right, so you're just like triangulating the pulse essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is back in this direction.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards there. I would like to walk around it and see if that was the only way, like entrance in that area, or see if there's any entrances around there.
Um, so the only other things that you note are the like access tunnels that go down underneath, but they seem to just connect to each other. There doesn't seem to be like a secret door or anything like that. There's the main access tunnel in between them, and they just lead to the lower docks. Um, and then beyond that, there's the grates in the courtyards that lead down to some kind of cistern system for drainage. But aside from that, now there seems to be nothing specifically uh, other than it seems to be pointing to this region for certain.
Okay, I need to figure out a way to like put the gem over items and see if it's like signaling an item. But if I start doing that, the problem is they're gonna think I'm insane.
um, hmm.
So I would like to go away for a minute. I would like to take a piece of cloth from maybe my hood or something I'm wearing. I'd like to cover the gem and palm it, but
All
keep a
right.
tiny, tiny little opening so I can see if it's pulsing, but only like at an angle that I can see it at.
Right on.
And then I would like to go back up there and I go up to this area and I just kind of like start waving it over things to see if it reacts.
Okay. So let's see. I guess we want to do a sleight of hand check. Just see if you can be wandering around, kind of maybe checking out his models or something as you like kind of stealthily do your thing.
14. And oh, never mind, 14.
All right. So as you get closer to the dockmaster's desk, you notice in one of the stacks of papers that you get close to seems to be the location of the thing you're looking for, or at least somewhere on that table, somewhere in that mess, somewhere in those books and papers and maps and scrolls, and it's not like a desk, like a modern desk, with like nice clean sheets of paper. It's like a stack of scrolls and scroll tubes and all kinds of stuff like that. But that seems to be the hot spot on your crystal finding.
Is the dock master looking at me?
They are not looking at you, but I think they know that you're there at this point.
Okay, I quickly take one of my daggers and I throw it in a manner that I'm not trying to draw attention to myself.
Right.
And I throw it over there to make a loud noise as possible, to try to distract the ship master.
All right. What do we want to do? Just do, I guess, a deception check, which shouldn't be hard because it's a will check, which should be your main skill.
Yes, I rolled a 15, so that would be 21.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, no, he like, hears the noise and cranes for a second to look over that way. He's looking over yonder, I guess.
I grab all the papers I can, and I book it.
All right.
No pun intended.
Yeah. I scroll myself out of there. All right, give me just like a athletics check, I guess.
7, 8, 9 plus. Do I get my proficiency in athletics or no?
Hold on. There's something special with bards. Let me check.
Yeah, I think I get
they get like half proficiency, which I think we just went at 5th level is +3, so you'd get 1.5. We'll round it up. So you get a +2 to your roll. But let me
11.
Double check. All right. Bard. Yep, half your proficiency bonus for anything that doesn't use your proficiency. All right. So yeah, you grab a bunch of scrolls, but this also knocks a ton of other scrolls off the table as well. So as you grab it and turn running away, the harbor master's like, "Hey!" He just, he doesn't seem He seems more annoyed than anything. Um, so,
I, as I am running away, I begin to sing. I'm sorry, it's important and I have to get away. I gotta figure this out or we're all gonna die. And I run away. I try to find the largest cluster of people and I try to just blend in with the crowd.
he just he just stands there shocked, like, what just happened?
Exactly.
And go ahead and give me a we'll call it a stealth check, I guess. I'll give you advantage on
18,
this.
baby.
All right, you don't even need advantage. Yep, and you slip off into the crowd.
After things die down, I'd like to find a quiet little corner to sneak in, and I would like to see if my necklace interacts with, if my trinket interacts with any of the scrolls I have burgled.
Alrighty. You burgled quite a few scrolls, and your trinket does in fact interact with two out of the, we'll say, like 7 scrolls you managed to grab before you dipped.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my dagger. I'm going to dig a hole behind this rock here and this building where I can remember. I'm going to gently place the 2 scrolls that interact with it in the hole.
Okay.
I'm then going to wait till nighttime. I'm going to go back to the area where the dockmaster area is at nighttime, making sure I'm also dressed differently. I'm not dressed the same. I'm disguising myself.
All right.
I'm gonna break back in and leave the scrolls I didn't need because I am not that kind of burglar.
All right. So give me a stealth check.
15 with
All
my
right.
bonus.
Okay. So you successfully make it back to the dockmaster's stairs. You work your way up the stairs, and as you finally get an eye up over uh, the the you know line of sight of the stairs, you can see that the harbor master is working late on something. He's got a couple candles lit, and they're burned down to the nub, but he's still working on some sketches, and he's pretty intent on something, it seems.
Okay, I will back down just before I enter, right? I will put the scrolls nicely in the corner of the entrance. And I'm gonna go back to my hole so I can figure this stuff out.
All right. So you're just leaving the like maps
Super
and
important
scrolls
documents
here.
that I don't know anything about that probably have information that others probably shouldn't see on it, and I'm just gonna leave them there. Yes.
All right. Copy that. And then you're just gonna make your way back to the other documents and try and figure them out.
Yes.
All right.
So I take my dagger, I dig back up the scrolls,
Right, right.
and I read the scrolls.
All right. When you open the first scroll, You pull it out, and it's a rolled, just a single piece of parchment rolled up, and there doesn't seem to be any writing on it.
I would like to take one of my torches, and I would like. Oh, first off, would my character know basic cryptography? Would they have encountered it across their travels with the entertainers?
Oh, like invisible ink and stuff like that, you mean?
Exactly, yes.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
16.
16. They've heard of secret messages, stuff like that, but keep in mind you also live in a world where there's magical messages as well. So why use lemon juice when you can use magic, you know?
Correct. That's a good point. Okay, this is what I do. I take my torch out. I begin to hold one of them over the torch to heat it up to see if there's anything in there. And then last second, I realize, oh wait, flame might destroy this. I should use magic. And I stop myself. I spirit the documents back in the hole, and I bury them. And then I wait for the morning.
Okay.
And then hopefully by morning, I will have a plan. And oh, look at that. It's actually morning in game now. Oh. I will come back out to the dock. I want to look for... I need to find an NPC that can help me. So I'm going to just stand around a crowded area, observing, seeing if I can kind of pick out, like, okay, these people are clearly on business. This person is clearly, a traveler, blah, 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 blah. And I want to look to see if I can identify a kindred spirit, perhaps a street performer or a homeless individual.
Yeah, it's the Capitalis Praetum docks, or the King's Table, as it is commonly referred to, is the largest working port still in the grasslands. So, again, because Capitalis Praetum is a walled, highly defensible city, everybody wants to come here, and people aren't afraid to come here to trade goods because they don't feel like, bandits are just gonna jump them. And that being the case, there are lots and lots and lots of people down here that could fit that description. Lots of travelers, lots of, people coming in ships, people, who came to the city to get on a ship to go somewhere else. It's a fairly bustling port. It's hard to tell because all the AIs like to get stuck out on the out on the pier. But it's pretty hopping down here. So.
Okay, then I'm gonna approach people, and I'm just gonna start asking if anyone. I'm gonna go up to a merchant, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, excuse me, do you know anyone that can help me with some magical things?" I'm gonna guise it with this. I'm looking for someone to place a protection spell on me.
It's a little old woman, and she's like,
Who isn't these days? We could all use a little more protection.
Are you related to Remy? Sorry.
she just shrugs. Like, what?
Sorry, I forgot. I forgot the character's name. I feel so bad right now. I wish I could name the character.
Oh. some other silly voice I do. um, but she says that since the Mages Guild went down, the price of magic has gone way up, and that you'd be better off buying yourself a knife.
Oh, that's okay. I actually have a bit of. How much should it go up? As I realize I don't have any coin.
A lot. It went up quite a bit. At least almost double in price.
Ooh, that could be a problem. Okay. Thank you so much for helping me. I really hope you don't respawn anytime soon. And I walk away.
All right.
And I would like to, if only there was another person here, then we could put our heads together.
Right. Tell you what, give me an insight check.
Oh man, I was really hoping I'd roll a 20 before I roll a nat 1.
All right. So you don't know why, but despite the fact that the dockmaster didn't seem bothered by the fact that you came up and ran off singing a song with a bunch of his stuff, like you get the feeling that he might still be looking for you, and that he probably called the cops.
Oh, I have a conscience, and I believe in honesty. This is not gonna end well for me. I am gonna go ahead and retrieve the Dockmaster scrolls.
All right.
And then I'm gonna take my disguise off and go back to the Dockmaster looking normal with the scrolls.
And you show up. It's there he is, just chilling, working on his projects. Making sure everything's ship shape out in the docks.
I say, hi, before you yell for the guards, please let me explain myself.
He looks up from what he's doing and he's like, "Did you find what you were looking for?"
Not exactly, and I feel really bad because I really realize now that I shouldn't have just come in here and stolen your property and thrown a dangerous weapon right by your head while you weren't paying attention and put you in harm's way and potentially have caused a respawning wound to you. I realize that was definitely the wrong thing to do now. But here's the thing. I have this glowing artifact, and I pull out my trinket, and I say, it's pulsing every time I hold it near these papers. And the thing is, when it's pulsing, something bad is going on. And the person who gave this to me, Salvo con queso, I need to find him because he told me to find him if this ever happens. And I just know in my heart of hearts that even though I almost accidentally, brutally, unexpectedly respawn an innocent person by throwing a dagger right next to your head, I am deeply sorry. Could you please help me?
He kind of laughs. He's like, I've known Salvo a long time. He goes, there's not a harbor master from here to the nearby faraway islands who hasn't at least heard tale of him. He said, I've come to expect this kind of thing from his crew. He says, you are one of his crew, right?
Well, I have been on a crew with him before, multiple times, yes.
He says, well, show me what was so valuable for you to come take it from me in the middle of the day.
I unsheath the scrolls along with the pulsing gem, and I sing to him, "Oh, thank you, oh, thank you. I thought I was doomed, but there's still goodness in this world as proof of you."
He says, well, I don't blame you for feeling that way, especially with the way things are going in the world right now. He says it's hard to know who to trust and who not to. He says, but if you've got the crystal, then I know what you say is true. He says, I don't know exactly how it works. He says, but I'm supposed to give you one of these scrolls, and you're supposed to take it and read it. He said, I don't know how. He said, I've looked at them a few times just out of curiosity, but they didn't say anything on them when I looked at them.
You have the scroll that I was supposed to get? Oh, and here, I hand him back the other scrolls.
Right on. Yeah, he says it's not like there's names on them. I'm just supposed to give one of Salvo's scrolls to anyone who shows up with a crystal.
Okay, so I would like to just look again at one of... I put the crystal over the scroll. Why didn't I think of that in the beginning?
You hold the crystal over the paper and you look, and refracted through the crystal you see the words, "Hello, Vox."
I feel so silly right now. I can't believe I didn't just do that right from the beginning.
It's a crazy world, you know.
I say,
you got a secret message from the past, you know. The world's fallen apart, you know. This has never happened. You don't know, you know. You did what you felt was necessary in the moment.
absolutely. So I look at the scroll. I see hello box on it, and I say, "Are you in my thoughts? Can you hear this?"
Nothing happens.
I do it again, but I do it in front of the dock master to see if they see hello Vox.
You go to show him the paper, and he looks. He says that he does see the words hello, but he says that he really feels like he shouldn't read any further.
Am I able to read further, or is that all that appears to me?
Yeah, there seems to be more words down the page, farther.
Okay, I would like to read them, but out of character real quick. I have to get some water.
That's
I
all right.
apologize. I will be back in like 2 seconds.
That's all right. I actually need to get coffee, so this is perfect timing.
Okay, excellent.
We can even do the annoying music. Da, 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 da. And before I run away, welcome Serdo. Always good to see you, TN. Thank you for coming again. Happy New Year's to all of you farther along the time zones here. It's only 9 p.m. here in Eastern Time, so we got a little bit yet for the celebrations. But yeah, grab coffee. Be right back. All right.
I'm back as well.
Pew, pew, pew. I wonder what happened to Trone. Hello, hello.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here.
Weird. Yeah, thanks, Zerdo. Thanks, Tien. Chat's wishing us Happy New Year. Monday, I don't know if you're in the chat tonight.
I'm gonna turn it on in a minute.
No,
I'm
don't.
good to go. I'm just having a couple little issues here.
Oh yeah, don't even stress about it. I just I know you pop in there and say hello, usually. But being the only player has its drawbacks, one of which is it's hard to pay attention to chat when every turn is your turn. So let's see. But yeah, Trone had said though, I thought he'd said he was going to be like maybe half an hour late, but at most, I think were the words. But things happen. It's the holidays. It's New Year's. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of things. Maybe there's traffic. But all right. You have just figured out that you can use the light from this crystal and the refraction thereof to make out words on the page. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I realize that, okay, so on the one hand, I have this thought that there's this innate magical ability within this parchment, and that it is somehow linked to all the other parchments, which in turn are linked to the crystal that I have been given by a very close individual that I would consider to be a found friend and thus my own family.
Right.
And they are all linked together magically. So, having this epiphany, I burst out in song and I sing, "Oh, Dark Master, look at me, I have this crystal, and I realize it's all connected, can't you see? We need to find someone with magic to look at the scrolls to figure out what it's saying to us. Yeah. We need to find the other people with the crystals. Urgently."
That is not a terrible idea. So how do you think we should go about doing that? Did you want to check out the rest of the scroll? Did you want to?
Yes, absolutely. If you could read the scroll to me, or share it with me, and I'll read it or something. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. It seems to be a list of instructions. Like you can read the first two, but the rest of them on it are like smudged out, but not smudged on the paper. It's just like you can't see them on the page. They're there, but you can't. They're like smudged magically.
Right.
But you were right. One of the first instructions is to find the others with crystals, and that after that further instructions will follow. But that thank you for coming after such a long time.
Okay, so I think to myself, how can I find the others with the crystals? Well, they would no doubtedly have been told to come here as well. So I'm gonna tell the Dockmaster, hey, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna set up shop right around the entrance on the outside so you can go about your work and I won't disturb you. And when we see people with the crystals or when they approach us, and I will wear mine openly so others can see it as well to bring attention to it. Hopefully, at some point in the very near future, someone will literally come to us.
So that's a pretty good plan, unless they've been here already.
Okay, so if they've been here already, they no doubtably would have realized that the crystal they have is pulsing when it's around here. And unless you're missing another scroll and another scroll was stolen, I don't think they would miss the opportunity to come back.
Well, so now that you mention it, just was it yesterday, day before? There was another guy who came through. Or was it two guys? What? There was, yeah, yeah. What's up, McDonald's? um, he said that either yesterday or day before, someone else did show up for a scroll. A big guy.
Did they take the scroll?
He says, "Oh yeah."
Did they forcibly take it, or did you just give it to them?
I didn't see any reason to make him take it by force. You'll see what I mean when you meet him.
Okay, I would definitely like to meet this individual. Do you know? Did they tell you where they're going or where they would be?
He says he didn't ask. He didn't want to know. He Salvo asked him to do a favor and that was it. But he figures that the obvious place for them to go would be back towards the center of town, where they're the inn, the tavern, the market, all the actions. He said he didn't seem like the religious type.
Better late than never.
You want to meet us at the tavern there, big guy? Perfect timing.
The big guy?
Yep, the big guy.
You got it.
All right. So yeah. Seems like the place to be is the center of town.
Okay, I would like to you.
You cut out, you would like to who what? Hello?
I am sorry about that. I had malfunction. I would like to thank you, and I will regale you with one last song before I make my departure. Oh, the salty spray strings, the gulls cry low, the anchors waited.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
As you
The
sing,
creaking. Sorry, I'll stop.
As you sing the song, a gull flies overhead and goes, yeah, and then swoops back off again. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's okay. To you, old friend who watched us in, through storm and calm, through thick and thin, a withered hand and knowing eye, a silent nod as I cast off and fly, through distant shores may call our name, will not forget from whence we came. So raise a glass, a final cheer, to the Dockmaster, standing here.
He claps. He's like, thank you.
I hold out my hat, expecting a tip.
He just laughs and he's like, Salvo.
I put my hat back on my head, saying thank you, and go on my way.
All right. So Trone, recently, in the past couple of days, you were up in your mountain home, and one of the trinkets that you have left over from when you were a member of civilization began to give its signal that one of your old associates needed your help. You didn't actually have this trinket with you. You had given it away as, part of the trappings of your old life. But the person that you gave it to had given it to their daughter and got super concerned when it started blinking. It's a little crystal trinket necklace that now is flashing pink. And you were told back in the day when you received it as a gift from this person that if that ever were to happen, to travel to the closest port and try and find them.
I've arrived at the port.
All right. Y'all can come on over to the Ye Old Tavern. When you got to the port, you looked around for your old friend. You couldn't find them. You went and eventually approached the dockmaster because you had the sneaking suspicion that they would know where to find them. And they gave you when they saw on your bare chest the flashing crystal, which had led you, that's what gave you the idea that the dockmaster might be the right guy. The closer you got to him, the stronger it seemed to be. He gives you a scroll tube, and inside is a single piece of parchment. And give me an insight check real quick, Trone.
That's based off a whim.
Wit, I believe.
Flat 11.
Flat 11. All right. You can't make heads or tails of it. You just know that this tube and this crystal go together, and you had decided to come back into the center of town to mull it over a tankard of slurp. But while you make your way over here, McDonald's, I'm good. Good to see you. And yes, it is hard to run the game and read chat at the same time, which is why Monday and Trone are quite often in there. Well, the whole party's in there usually, because they get to answer questions for me so I can think. I'm always like, what was I going to say next? But yeah. So Monday, Vox arrives at the tavern, and what would they like to do?
I sit down and ask for slurp juice.
All right.
I drink the slurp juice and look around to see if I can spot the person I'm looking for.
Give me a perception check.
15.
15. So yeah, you notice almost immediately a large, bare-chested man sitting in the corner, big full beard, dressed in a loincloth that looks it's might be made out of a bear pelt or like a woolly mammoth maybe, and a huge battle axe strapped to their back. And they are just chilling, but you can't help but notice they're wearing the exact same pendant that you have tucked away below your cloak.
I walk up to this giant person and I say, "Hi, you look amazing. Oh my God, I am a big fan of your style. Also, that pendant looks oddly familiar. In fact, I have one just like it."
So,
And I
you
pull
mean to
mine
tell me,
out.
like, You mean to tell me you have a pendant with this, like, juju on it as well, then?
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Do you know Salvo con queso?
Who?
Salvo con queso. Where'd you get your pendant from?
Some old harbor guy, I think.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, I'm Knox. What's your name?
My name is Brock Swanson.
That is an amazing name, Brock. I am Knox. I am so happy right now, out of character. Sorry. Back in character. That is an incredible name. That is an amazing name, Brock.
Thanks. So why's your name Knox? Get hit on the head a lot?
That's been a hard knock life for me.
Oh, makes sense.
I was orphaned as a child, and I spent my days crying away all of the pain of loss and separation and desperation, and peering through the void that is my darkened, blackened soul. And then I met Salvo, and he taught me how to be cool, and I met this traveling group of entertainers, and I kind of chilled out a little bit, and Salvo gave me this crystal, and now I'm here trying to figure out what's on the scroll. Maybe we should put our crystals up to our scrolls and see if they say anything now that we're together, because the first thing that mine said was we need to find others with the crystals, and we found each other. We did it. We did the first thing.
Cool. Sounds good. Where's the scroll?
I pull out my scroll. I put it on the table, and as I'm putting my table, as I'm putting the scroll on the table, I burst out in song, and I sing, "Oh, my newest, bestest friend. Here we are, here we go again, on a quest to find what's on the scroll. Let's put our gems up to the scroll, and let's see what the scroll has to say." And I'm trying to give them bardic inspiration. And I roll a 12.
You can just give people bardic inspiration, right? You don't even have to.
Oh, you're probably right. You're
Hold on,
probably
let
right.
me,
Yes,
let
yeah.
me look. Let me look. And roll me a history check, please, Trone, when you get a moment.
17.
17. Okay. A little while into this conversation, you do all of a sudden recall that the guy who gave you the crystal, you thought he said he was a conquistador, and you wanted to know how he even knew what Spain was. But you realize it might have been Conqueso, the
Wait a
guy who
minute.
gave you the. Yeah.
Person who gave you a crystal, was it Captain Cheese?
Yes, Concase. I see what's going on. You think his name was... Yes, it is Conqueso. Captain Conqueso. Captain Cheese. That we'll go with that.
Oh, yeah. I know Captain Cheese. What happened to him? Where is he? He owes me a drink.
That's what we're trying to figure out, but I will happily pay his debt off. Barkeep, please get this gentleman a drink.
All right, so
And I throw coins on the table. I don't have any coins. Oh my God, what am I thinking?
No, you have some coins. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You're both 5th level characters. You have stuff that goes along with, with that appropriate level gear and stuff. But yeah, the barkeep brings over a drink, and as you sing to Brock, he gains bardic inspiration, which allows essentially Now Brock can, when making a skill check, roll in this case a 1d8, which is a 8-sided die, and add that to his roll to determine success or not. That's one of the things Monday's character does. Is he inspires others to do better, and they can also. What is Vox a girl or a boy, or what's going on with Vox?
Vox is
Vox,
masculine.
Vox is the shadows.
Yeah, Vox is the shadows. Yes, no. Vox, is a boy, but a little, feminine, whatever.
Yeah, like Viking magicians. The what do they call them? The ergi something. But yeah, they had to do like Merlin's the tasks to become the wizard. He had to do the masculine and the feminine to balance the magic. I
Exactly.
like in Crystal Cave and stuff. I read it a long time ago. Yeah, I get what you're getting at there. All right, and Brock. I feel like Brock is a obvious, obvious guy. He is doing the dude right now. Shoot, what were we talking about?
That was a good drink. Need another.
Oh, right, Bardic Inspiration. So Trone can add a die roll to the roll they normally make to increase their total. Where are we at with the scrolls?
I pull my trinket out, and I pull the scroll out, put it on the table, and I put it over the scroll to see if it's fluttering and to see if my eyes behold the magical writing that pierces the veil every time the gem flickers.
All right.
Brock is just looking for some pretty pictures.
Right on. Let's see. So yeah, as you hold your crystal up and close to the paper, the light goes from its, pulse that it has been doing. It becomes more steady, and as you hold it over the paper, you can see again refracted through the crystal the words on your page, "Hello Vox," and on Brock's, "Hello Brock." Give me a insight check, Monday.
15.
15. You remember you just got a random scroll, and so you presume that Brock got a random scroll as well.
So I asked Brock, where's your scroll? Is it?
Oh,
You got it?
I thought you both had him out.
Is it this thing I colored on?
Ooh, ha. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that, but
I did it on the blank side.
okay, they're both blank. So let's see. Oh, I see you drew. Is that a duck?
Yeah, it's my dog. He's a polar bear.
It's absolutely beautiful as I'm like trying to gently get the I'm presuming crayons? I don't even know what they would have here.
It's charcoal.
Charcoal. Okay, that's a problem. I don't know how to do that. Hold on one second. I think okay, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to roll an insight check to see if I can figure out a way to get all of this stuff, the charcoal, off of the parchment.
All right. Just go ahead and give me any kind of flat roll you want.
Okay, so I rolled a 10 plus would be that is it. So we'll get my plus 6, so 16. And I would what I would do is I would take a soft brush and a kneaded eraser,
Right, right.
and I would
Like one
uh
of those gray ones you get from the art store.
yes, and
Yeah.
I would basically brush away the loose charcoal, and
See,
then once the loose charcoal's away, I
listen,
would lift it without rubbing it hard.
just because you knew what a kneaded eraser was, I'm going to say, and you rolled a 16, which was really the deciding factor, but since you knew what a kneaded eraser was, which is used primarily for charcoal and stuff like that, yeah, of course you do. You clean it up. It's fine. It's perfect. It's pristine.
I would have just wiped it on my loincloth like I usually do when I want to do a new picture.
You look down at his loincloth and it's just like, you know, chicken grease and like barbecue sauce. Like
I, I just look at him and I say, please don't ever change.
I don't. I've been wearing this since I was born.
all right. So, the first task on both of your lists was to find another crystal holder or other crystal holders. And now that you're both in the same place, the next thing becomes clear. And it's a rough map of the area with a specific house marked on it. And the instructions are to go to this location and take everything you can carry of value.
Cool. Do I carry the bard too?
Yes, please
if you like.
do carry me. I am a little panicky right now. I'm having a panic attack because I feel very self-conscious because I have a stain right here. It's a tiny little stain. It's a barbecue stain. It's a tiny little stain on my apron, and everything else is so clean and pristine. And if only I could keep myself together like you, Brock.
Oh, I thought it was because of the big axe.
That does also make me panic a little bit. So I definitely think that we should oh man, oops, sorry, lightheaded. I apologize. 1 second.
You're good.
Oh, can we rewind like 10 seconds? Can you fill me in on what just happened? I'm a little airy.
The parchment showed you folks a crude map of the local area with a house marked on it with instructions to essentially take anything of value that wasn't tied down. And that
Brock, do you like
that you could
burgling
carry.
things?
What?
Do you like to take things when it's for a good cause and we are being explicitly told to take things by a magical entity that connects us, of which we know nothing?
If it's not strong enough to defend itself, sure.
Yes. I think we need to go burgle this place. Let's do this.
So you folks follow the crude map. There's, you know, a "You Are Here" X, you know, which is the tavern, clearly labeled with a, you know, the regular legend accoutrements for taverns and such on local maps, whatever that happens to be, I don't know. There's a bed on the side of this building. But it leads down through the center of town, through the market, and to a less nice area of town, closer to the shore. But there is a property marked on it that is, you know, the arrows pointing at it. and that is the spot that the directions just say to take anything of value from the place and bring it with you.
I really, really have to say, Brock, that I really like this outside exterior part. Specifically this lower part. Whoever built this, they must be very awesome and smart. They must be really smart.
Oh, I like the inner tube. It's cute.
I take my pickaxe out and I just start taking everything.
All right. Okay. Monday. Okay. I meant like take stuff.
Oh.
You're good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was awesome. That's one way to get the stuff out of the chest.
I'm gonna yank the door off the hinges.
Give me a strength check, or using a will check. Or do you have some kind of break lock or something you want to try instead as a skill?
Yeah, I'll rip the door off the hinges.
All right. Yeah, just go ahead and give me a straight up will check then. With proficiency.
So will with proficiency gives me a, what do you have, a +2 proficiency bonus right now
3
for level 5?
3 at 5.
3?
Yeah.
So a 16.
Yeah. You grab the door and you just remove it. The hinges stay attached, but the door comes completely off of them. The door wasn't a great door to begin with, and now it's not a door at all. Now it's just a slightly moldy plank.
Gee, whoever was the landlord here sucks.
They're probably getting it for really cheap.
Yeah, almost free for some of them. But yeah, you make your way in, and there seems to be a kind of almost eclectic, decorating style.
Well,
Almost like 5 or 6 people were decorating it at the same time.
got some good stuff in here.
But yeah, there's rooms upstairs and all kinds of stuff kicking around. Some of them seem to be more into combat. Some of them seem to be more into book learning.
Oh, gross. Books. Burn it.
Wait. Hold on there, Brock. We gotta make sure it's not magical. If it's magical, we can sell it.
Oh, cool.
I grab everything of value that I possibly can carry.
All right. Just roll through the chests, make sure there's no weapons or any fun stuff like that, and
I got some weapons out of a chest.
we're all right. What's your plan from here?
I will pull out my scroll and put my pulsing gem up to it and see what it says next.
All right. After you have collected the things in the house, the map extends on the parchment. It now wants you to go down to the docks, to the customs office, and you're going to need to retrieve the contents of a certain evidence locker.
I would like to take an insight check to see. No, not an insight check. Is there a check I can take to determine whether or not the scroll or its magical inhabitant is good or evil.
You
While he's
could
doing that,
do-
I'm playing with the sandcastle.
Yeah, yeah. You could do an insight check, I guess.
13 plus, that would be, oh my gosh, 6, right? Yeah, so 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
All right. There doesn't seem to be any ill intent that you can tell. The you know, as far as you can tell, this came to you the same way that Brox did, which was, you both share this pendant from what you're pretty sure is the same person. And, if not, it's all a wildly huge coincidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I look at Brock and I say, Brock, I am the person who does not like to lie. In fact, I would go as far to say that I cannot lie. And it makes it very difficult for me to do things that are shady-ish sometimes. But I really enjoy doing shady things sometimes. So I'm pretty happy right now. How are you feeling, big guy? You want to go do this?
If they ask questions, punch him in the face.
Perfect. That's exactly the attitude I was hoping you'd have.
All right. So the map directs you down to the customs office, and if you folks want to make your way to my marker, and Monday, if you could get rid of that other marker, I will be right back.
I went by another name when I was still doing a pirate stuff.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Swole Man.
I've gone by many names across my journey. I'm a bit of a performer if you haven't figured that out yet. Would you like me to regale you with a song of my journeys?
Can you sing while we're punching people? I like that.
Absolutely. Fists are clenched, adrenaline's high. Someone's gotta learn beneath the sky. Words have failed, diplomacy's done. Time for knuckles till the setting sun.
All right. So, upon arriving at the customs office, you see it's, as far as you can tell, a pretty run-of-the-mill day. There's different people going in and out, checking in shipments. Seems like a decently, steadily busy place. But from what you can tell, there's probably never more than, like, say, a dozen people in the main floor office at a time. And you do see one guy getting dragged in by the town guard. And from what you can tell, there's some kind of lockup down below customs for anyone that breaks the law here at the docks, or, is awaiting transport to another facility of some kind, or, but it seems, overall a crown-backed, like government facility. And there is apparently in that facility somewhere evidence lockers of all the items collected from people who have been through there and spent time in the lockup. So what would you folks like to do?
Brock, I have a plan. Here's my plan.
I throw you through a window and then I climb in after.
No. Don't
Okay.
throw. Not yet. Don't throw me, not yet. I'm gonna pull out my loot. I'm gonna distract the people. You go in there while they're distracted. Punch the evidence that we need and get it and bring it back here. Can you do that?
Yeah. What are we looking for? Candy?
Oh, this is gonna be hard. No, we're trying to get evidence.
Do we know what we're looking for?
Yes. We gotta get the evidence from the locker that was just explained to us by the
Cool.
scroll.
Let's go.
Do we see anyone? I have my loot ready, by the way.
Is that what the pizza is? Yeah, like I was saying, it's middle of the day. There's the people who work in the customs office. Imagine in here, if I was allowed to keep building, that there was like 5 or 6 desks. With what seems to be more administrative type stuff going on upstairs, and with holding cells down below. But there's people working the desks. There's probably, let's see, there's currently 9 people in addition to the workers, the 5 workers at the desks. And, they're helping, some of the people and, yada, yada, yada. But, what do you want to do there, Franz?
What's a locker look like?
I don't know that you have that information. You just know that it's somewhere.
No, just in general.
I think that's a question for Vox then.
Okay, Brock, are you ready to find the? Wait, does your character really not know what a locker looks like?
Metal box.
Yes, I
Okay.
need you to go and get the box.
One of those ones that locker.
Oh, we need a key.
No, I didn't say that. I was making a joke about it being a
Okay.
locker.
All right. Okay, all right. I pull my loot out.
All right.
And I literally start. I look at everyone in there and I say, "All right, Brock. As soon as I start, you go in there and you grab the box." And then I start singing, and I sing, "Look at me. Let me draw all your attention. Look away from the giant man. Look at me. Look at me. Don't look at that man."
That's pretty good.
That was my horrible performance.
No, that was awesome. That was fantastic. What Bard college did you pick? College of Lore or college?
Lore.
Okay.
College of Lore.
Oh, you should have went glamour.
Right.
Oh
Glamour
my
would've
god,
been
I didn't
fun.
even think of that. Yeah. Can I can't just switch that. No, never mind.
I mean,
And I just switched that because, I mean, let's be real. Like,
yeah, like if you're gonna be a rock star, like Bard,
yeah,
then College of
absolutely,
Glamour
yeah.
is the obvious one.
yes, yeah. Okay, I'm going to switch to college. We'll do it after the
Yeah,
stream, but yes, I'm college.
I thought you were, honestly. The only reason I said lore was it was a lore question mark. But which means you can beguile people within your line of sight with your song if they fail a whimsy saving throw. So let me see. Oof. Phew, why did I say there were so many people? Ooh, alright. Alright, out of the 14 people that I said were in the room, all of them except for 3 are completely, like, entranced by your song. They're, like, completely just enthralled. They're staring, wide-eyed at you. But the other 3 in the room, one of them is like, seems to be like one of the more in charge people in the administration, and they're just like, what the truck is going on here? They're not good with it.
Can I use Intimidate on him to make him like the song?
Go ahead.
I want to intimidate him into listening to the song.
Yeah, I said go ahead. Give me a roll.
All right. 18 plus the inspiration.
Roll a d8 for a 5th
23. Listen to his song or I'll smash your face.
The guy was initially like starting to charge up to stop Vox's song, and you grab him and Nox's song. You grab him by the shoulder and spin him around, and you're just like, bro. And they're like, yeah, yes.
I see this happening while I'm performing, and if it's okay with you, I'm gonna just add to the song, and I'm gonna be like, thank you so much, my companion, but look at me, don't pay attention to rock.
All right, I'm going to look around for the locker now.
All right. You're looking. Where are you looking?
Going downstairs first.
All right. Go ahead and give me a. Are you just walking down? You sneaking down? What's the?
Oh, I'm just walking down.
All right.
There's no sneaking me.
Give me a perception check.
17.
All right. You walk down into the room, and there is clearly a guard in the room down here. And he is between you and a pile of what seems to be people's possessions, and a bunch of locked boxes.
I'm going to walk up to him and scream at him using Intimidate, saying, I need to use the bathroom. Where's the bathroom? Go show me.
Okay. Give me a roll.
28.
He says, and he just runs up the stairs.
I'll search through this stuff.
All right. Give me just a simple investigate check.
That's based off of wit, right?
Yes.
I don't like that question.
I'm a 5 in wit, so it's even for me, and I rolled a 17.
All right. So you crack open a couple of the lock boxes, and on your third one, you find what you presume are the things you need. It's a collection of weapons and gear for. Give me an insight check.
Oh boy. That's based off a whim?
No, another wit.
All right. Another flat roll for me. Jeez. 16.
All right. It seems to go along with the stuff that you got from the other house. Like you would, if you had to sort it into sets, it seems to match.
All right. So I'll grab it.
All right.
Just the whole locker. Would it be easier for me to do it that way?
It may very well be. You're just gonna grab the whole like locker and carry it out the front door kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a will check.
Gladly. 17. Will's my strong stat.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so yeah. No, you pick up the whole locker. It's the size of a good sized foot chest. Like
Hold it over my shoulder like a keg.
yeah. All right.
Yep,
And
stuff. Let's go.
you see Brock come up the stairs with a entire giant metal locker over his shoulder, and he just walks out the front door. Monday, what would you like to do?
Hey, are they following him, or are they still paying attention to me?
Everyone is paying attention to you. The guy, the administrator, keeps glancing at Brock as Brock is leaving. They seem relieved when they realize that he's actually walking out the door, but they immediately start to think about what just happened. Like you can see the wheels turning in their head and their eyes darting. And
I take my hat off and I start slowly backing away. As I'm slowly backing away, I'm like putting it out for tips, to see if anyone gives me a tip. Does anyone give me a tip as I slowly back away?
Yeah, here's a tip. Back away faster.
No, not you, Brock.
Oh, cool.
Nope. They are all
starting to. Okay, well, thank you so.
You don't know if the spell's wearing off or if they're just like still so entranced, but no one motions to give you any money.
It's a hard business. Anyway, I put my hat back on. I turn around and I sprint faster than I have ever tried to sprint in my whole entire life. And get out of there.
All right. You run out. You catch up to Brock. And what would you like to do from there?
Brock. Bring it over here. Bring it over here.
All right, cool.
Okay. Now, let's take the scroll out. Let's see what it's... Oh, are they following us, or did we get away?
You seem to miraculously not have been followed by a single soul. Like, people in the courtyard, out in the square of, the King's Table, the dock landing here, definitely saw you run out of there. They definitely, watched you carrying a thing. But I think it all happened so, like, blatant and obviously that no one thought that there could possibly have been anything wrong with it. Why else would it have happened in the middle of the day like that, So, no, nobody follows you. Even the people in the customs office, I think, right now are still a little kind of like, what was that?
I'm going to do a perception check towards the docks because I think I see something that looks familiar.
Okay.
Hey. I rolled a... Wow. Perception's my strong skill. 28. Is that the Conquistador?
It looked an awful lot like the Conquistador, doesn't it?
Hey, is that Captain Cheese's ship over there?
Oh my goodness. Why is the Conquistador ship? Gosh, you got me saying it. Why is Conquistador's ship on a rock over there?
No, not that one. I thought you were talking about this other one.
Oh, we need to go to that ship right now. Let's go, Brock. Come on.
Wait.
All right, cool.
What ship are you talking about? Are we all talking about the same ship?
I hope so. I pray that we are.
Oh, good, we are. All right, so if y'all folks want to come back to this little lumber yard here, times it. Oh, all right. You note that we're just going to make this a little shorter than I meant it to be. Down at the end of the dock, Monday, if you want to go back down to where Tron is.
Out of character real quick, I've been playing so much Odyssey that my first instinct when I saw those blue barrels was, oh, I need to destroy those to get copper bar.
Right. There are royal guards in between you and yield way onto that boat.
I look at Brock and I say, Brock, punch.
Hey, this guy's making me a little angry. Feeling a little bit of rage here. I'm gonna go
Rock,
smash
yeah.
him.
But unfortunately, the game's a little choppy for combat.
Yeah. Oh, and they want to punch me instead of you. You're so mean. We're like right on the edge of two complexity chunks too. Oosh. So
As I come out of my rage, I say, "Did we get him?"
Brock, you are incredible and impressive. Listen, if you ever see anyone hurt me, smash them. And I will buy you a drink every time you save me this way.
Drink? Deal.
Excellent, Brock.
all right.
I remember how to sail this thing. Brock's background was pirate, aka Viking.
Right on. It seems perfect. So you folks jump onto the ship, and as you do, a hooded figure and cloaked figure swings in from above, as the crane joist swings past. They've attached a rope, and they swing out onto the boat. And pardon me there, Tron Karam. He swings into the steering position. And he's joined by a couple other folks who you both note
Do they have trinkets?
have very familiar trinkets and scroll tubes with them. And the one who takes hold of the ship says, "Looks like we are just in time then."
Brock, I think we're in the right place.
Yeah. You should feel this chair. It's pretty comfortable. A lot better than the
Is
wood
a
bench I'm used to
comfortable-
sitting on.
It is a comfortable chair indeed. I sing a song of setting sail. We're on a boat, here we go. Oh, the oceans will travel, this I know. Together we'll defeat all of the evil in the world. I give him bardic inspiration.
Let's see. How many bardic inspirations do you get a day, I wonder?
Well, since we don't use charisma, it would be based off a will modifier plus level, right?
Will, yeah.
Because that's like the de facto charisma personality thing. So you should
Yes.
have like
Yep.
8, if I remember correctly.
Beautiful.
And since you're level 5, they replenish on a short rest.
Pretty convenient. You could just be like, yeah, da 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 da, all the time. That's awesome. Because short rest is only what, like 2 hours?
4 hours.
Is it? Oh, is it 4?
8 hours for a full, 4 hours for a short.
Oh, right on. I thought it was like a quarter rest kind of thing. But as you folks join the other people aboard Salvo's ship, and all of you together with your trinkets and your scrolls, it clearly shows on your map that you need to navigate to the rock, and you need to rescue 5 people? Is it 5 people?
Yeah. Well,
How many-
technically 6 if you count 17.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Did you want to bring 17?
Oh, after what happened last week, we need to as much good in this world as possible. Monday's a changed person.
Right. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, complexity. So, which one of you wants to switch to their other character and record what happens on the other side of this for me?
BRB?
All right.
Wow, that's a lot of bricks.
Do, 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 do. That looks about right, right?
I look up to the cloaked individual and say, "Are we expecting boarders? Should I drop some lines for him?"
He says that not to worry about borders, but to go below and load the cannons.
Okay, I'm recording and I'm logging in.
Okay. And if you would go inside the prison.
Absolutely.
So all of this transpired over the course of the last couple of days. And tonight just happens to be Christmas Eve, or Life Day Eve, as some people in the world call it. And you notice as you slide up slowly, sleekly, quietly in the darkness, that there seems to be some kind of commotion going on over at this end of the facility out in the rec yards. And what would normally be an unassailable and unapproachable like facility, you know, this prison, is tonight there's a way that you can slide in and no one's going to see you. Um, and on your map, it's pointed out that this back part of this facility used to be a dock that's been damaged by weather and time, and so it's a weak point, which could be used to breach the facility if someone was trying to get in from the outside. So Monday, when you get the chance.
Cannons are loaded.
All right. Monday, when you get the chance, if you could make it down to the library. So when your other characters, and Remy and Abide and Rooster were all here, last you spoke to the warden, you were just about to go off to fight in Fight Night, which everyone had agreed to throw their fights for. So, as that happens, one by one, each of you wake up in the infirmary. Monday's there, Rooster's character is there, Harry is there, Remy's character's name just fell out of my house. Ken? I think it's Ken. Jen? It might be Jen. Anyways, everybody there, one at a time, after throwing their fights for this warden, pop into re-existence. They respawn there in the infirmary. And just at that moment, the clock strikes midnight. And actually, if you want to come back up top there, Mr. Brock. Oops. I'm going to give you this thing right here. And let me just set her up. You loaded both of these cannons, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Monday, if you wouldn't mind backing up to, like, watch from kind of like the doorway-ish towards this door.
Out of character, would you like me to set a wall up and say the first person, or do you want to see my character?
It's up to you. Whatever you think looks better. But just after all of you respawn back in your beds, Monday comes to yelling something about Christmas. And
it's Christmas! It's Christmas!
A clock strikes midnight, and the hooded, cloaked individual sailing the ship gives Trone the signal. And as you're all gathered, all right, buddy, all right. Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah. As you all come to, there is a extraordinary explosion that comes from the direction of the library. And all of you can't help but notice that the prison is now wide open on that end. And there's a ship outside the prison that has just shot the snot out of what was once the library, and the heaviest wooden desk that you've ever seen in your lives, which Monday, give me a insight, or not an insight, history check.
Natural 1, baby.
Natural 1. Well, luckily for you, even though you don't remember it being there, there was a shelf right above that big desk with a little ship on it. And that ship comes hurtling through the air past your head. And so you realize that ship has been on the other side of that door this whole time. Almost like this was the plan from the beginning. But all right.
Oh,
What do Monday and Harry want to do?
Oh, Harry's running for the boat.
All right.
He knows that ship.
Monday?
Monday gets up and exasperated, I yell, "It's Christmas! It's a Christmas miracle! We need to escape! Run! Run! Run for your lives! Everyone! It's a Christmas miracle! Get on the boat!"
Brock on the mast of the ship is slugging a slurp juice right now, realizing a big old grin's on his face because he destroyed a library. Stupid books.
Yeah. Take that, stupid books. Perfect. All right, so everybody streams out the library. Remy's character, Rooster, Abide, all of them come flying out along with you both, and jump up onto the ship, which is being piloted by a cloaked individual and a team of other individuals that seem just as ragtag as your own group, thrown together from happenstance and necessity, as opposed to like a lifelong bond. But they all obviously are here to help. You recognize the ship, and you swim towards it. Ropes come down the side. You're hoisted out of the water. And you note at that very moment the guards up in the watchtower, who normally would assail you with lightning and arrows and, all kinds of, just terrible things. When they go to look your direction, a large flock of seagulls and other seabirds swoop the tower and start just absolutely lambasting it with some kind of
Fertilizer.
Yeah. So they're throwing something at you. Can't necessarily make out what it is, but the guys underneath whatever they're throwing are not having a good time at all. There's squeaking of mice from underneath the library system. That's on the level above from down below in the sewers. There's a lot more commotion down in the sewers than you would have expected. And one more roll. No! 17 is not among the people that you see swimming towards the boat.
No! Oh, we can't go back for 17. Oh, his name was 17.
Brock looks at the teddy bear man. Says, "Hey, you look like my dog. Why are you sad?"
17. He's not here.
What's he look like?
He looks a lot like you, actually. Except smarter.
But go get him. I got an axe.
Are we able? Is his ship already sailing away, or are we able to go and get him?
I mean, you guys just broke into a maximum security facility. Like, I feel like the thing to do would be to decide to get away.
Yeah,
but
I think that.
it's up to you guys. This is you know.
Harry in the
Mondays.
background says, "No, don't get that guy. I owe him drumsticks. Let's get the hell out of here."
All right.
Monday's attitude turns somber, and they whisper, "It's a Christmas miracle. I'll never forget you, 17."
So here's my question: why is his name a number?
Oh, because we all had numbers here. This is they strip you of your humanity when you're here. It was.
I'll go empty the
awful.
cannons.
Yeah. All right. And I'm sure one of you, probably one of the more nature inclined amongst you, note that the ship is sailing north and west, which you recognize as the route to the nearby faraway islands. And that's the stream.
Good guy. Good guy. We going to anchor down or whatever it's called?
He goes, "Aye, lad. First stop, Anchor Downs."
Cool. Take a good slurp juice.
And we did it. That's the stream.
We did it.
We went a little long, but I feel like it was worth it. It feels like we just started for Trone, I know, but
It's all good, man.
Are we still
yeah.
streaming?
Oh yeah, we're still live. We're gonna do the outro. We're gonna do all the things. But so ends our Christmas miracle. It seems Tiny Tom wished on a falling star or clapped, and he did something. He believed in angels. I don't know, but he got his Christmas wish. Because it's truly a magical time here in Playwelia.
Harry looks at Brock and says, "Son, is that you?" Brock looks back and says, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Wait, you know this person?
That was a joke.
Oh,
Harry's not from this world. Brock is.
I got you.
All right. So let's see. Hey, Joker just popped in, or may have been here for a little while. Thank you, Joker. The reindeer is one of the ones that Siri and I designed together for that whole reindeer Santa sleigh thing we did. That we did twice. Hey! So shout out to Syria for the reindeer as well. But yeah, you guys are sailing off into the sunset. Do you guys want to roll initiative for the outro since we never rolled initiative once the entire time?
20.
What you got there, Monday?
3.
All right. Trone, what do you got?
Hey guys, sorry it was late tonight. New Year's Eve, it was hard getting the kids down with the fireworks going off in the background and whatnot. But if you ever feeling down, something in life has caused you to be upset, play a barbarian. They're very therapeutic.
Brock Smash. Hell yeah. Well, thank you, Trone, as always, for coming out. And everybody who may... Hey, Karma made it, too, and Davesker. You made it just in time for us to say goodnight, but we appreciate it either way. Yeah, everybody check out Trone's channel if you haven't done that already. Got a lot of good stuff on there. And Monday.
I am incredibly thankful to be a part of this. I feel like it's been a hard year for everyone. And I am just so thankful that we can share the holidays together and do something really, really, really special. And I love each and every one of you. And like Trone said, if you're struggling, you know, it will, I know you hate to hear this, but it will get better. Stick in there. Let's have a good year this year.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, Monday. Yeah, and from all of us here at the Long Top Lounge, Kaverns Klombos family, we wish you all the best in the new year. You know, thank you as always for coming out. Thank you for spending your time, you know, listening to us goof off, you know, coming to watch us, you know, punch walls, you know, whatever silly thing we're doing tonight, you know. Now that we're out of the prison, I would also like to assure you all that the players are going to have a new year as well. We're going to get back to basics, do a lot more actual adventuring, hopefully, you know, you all keep coming out, and we keep doing our thing. We might have some roster changes coming up in the new year. Abide Guy and Rooster may not be around for a little while. But we're going to keep doing our thing every Tuesday for, you know, whoever shows. So, yeah, I think that's it. Happy New Year to everyone. And I guess we'll see you on the next one. Say goodnight, adventurers.
Good night, adventurers!
Good night, everybody.
All right. And then I click the end scene.